Hello, everyone. Well, there's nobody on yet. I'll say hello in a little bit, I guess. Let's see. We got audio here. Should have. All right, and we have our first viewer on. Yeah, okay, so we got audio, we're good. Guys, you know the drill. As you guys come in here, please give me a little hello to know that you guys can hear me. I'll really appreciate it. Man, so much is going on. Hey, I hope that you guys are doing great. I appreciate you guys visiting me here. Thank you so much. Hey, man, thank you guys so much. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for your support. I was trying to see if I got, another 25, the goal, 25 to 50 subscribers, and was trying to reach 800, and somehow you guys got me to 830, it looks like. So I appreciate you guys. I think, man, it's crazy how the news just moves people around. You go about your day, and you're watching the news, and it's good to see that that things are getting a little bit better. But what I mean by that, I've noticed a little bit different kind of reporting, from the news outlets, and it seems like they're listening a little bit better. So let's just say that. All right, let's see. YouTube citizen. Well, hello there. Thank you for checking in. Oh, I appreciate that. Man, how many people want to hear you are valued? I think most of us, right? Chad, hello, Chad. How are you? Thanks for joining. It's not pee, guys. It's some vitamin C, body immune thing. Today, I was very, very tired at work all day. It was a hard sacrifice, to be honest, today, but we were able to make it. So we're excited that we're here today. Let's see, Tasteful Dark MAGA. Yeah. You guys like Star Wars? I like the Jedis, but somehow Darth Vader, he just looks a lot better. It's the outfit, guys. It's the outfit. Thank you, Chad. Would you rather do thunderclaps? Bro, stop making me read stuff that I shouldn't be reading. Are you on the flames? I am not on the sex offenders list because I have never offended anybody sexually. Not a child abuser, not a pedophile, no Excel sheets, nothing like that. Everything is clean. Alex, how are you? Turtles? Are you like turtles? MAGAs are wonderful people, says I like turtles. Ben, trumpets for Donald Trump. Sister Hong, is this a Diddy party? What's up, Sister Hong? No, I'm sorry to disappoint. This is not a Diddy party. Hi, Precious. You are the best in the world. Let's see. You are getting brainwashed. It's probably this hat. To be honest, I think it was my other hat, because this one is the 45-47, but it feels a little tight. So we went back to the Make America Great Again. And for tomorrow, Friday night, I am going to get my white Make America Great hat. That's right. I am making the investment of $47 on Amazon to buy the white version of Make America Great Again. And Michael says my gay makes him happy like a rainbow. That guy, shout out Coachella. Hey, I don't know who made. You know what? I'll be honest, and I'm a little ashamed to say this, but I'm not ashamed. I don't know if well, you guys probably didn't hear me saying this on one of my videos. Excuse me. Let me finish my vitamin C stuff. I hit the live button too quick. Oh, that's so gross. It tastes like seltzer with orange. Ugh, I hate that taste. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. I had to do it. I was feeling a little bit like I'm getting sick on something. So we've been going 2 weeks strong at the gym. For those of you that are keeping up with my health challenge here, my wife is the witness. I get up like a zombie in the morning. I don't want to go. I grab my bag and just get in the car, wake up a little bit, get my coffee, and try to get to my day. Had a wonderful day at work today. Very productive, I think. Marty is laughable. Alex, this dude, where are we? Oh, man, I lost the comment. Alex, I was going to read your comment. Apologize about that. My lines just moved down. Let me see if I can go back to Alex. Bro's lying about the defenders list. While you will never own wealth being a half-ass. Now, why is it that we always use the word ass to describe something? Now, you can be a jackass, you can be an ass, you can do a job half-ass, or you can look very fine and be a piece of fine ass. Oh, man. God bless you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for saying hello. We all need to laugh a little bit. And much love to you guys for your comments. Some of you guys are a little bit more perverted than others. Some of you weirdos are actually good people. Deep inside, you are good people. And we believe that deep stuff is going to come out. Speaking of deep stuff, the deep state is in trouble, and these mofos have been abusing. They have been abusing us, the loyalty that we have as for democracy, the Democrats, and they have been manipulating us by telling us how special our Latino communities are. But they don't mean us, the legal people. They mean the illegal people. Not sure why or how they're making so much money of illegal people. The only thing that I can speculate is that NGOs are very good for laundering money, and I think that they know how to play the game very well. This is what happens when they stay in office for so long, and unfortunately, they're just not the patriots that we thought they were. So a lot of us go from supporting Democrats to now supporting Republicans. And the main thing really that we want to do is just we want to support patriotism. I am more patriotic than loyalist. So I want you to think about that. What are you? Are you a patriotic person or are you a loyalist? See, there's a big difference about that. I think that most of the Democrat corrupted politicians that we have, they are loyalists. Now there's a mix of Marxist, socialist and communist in the Democratic Party. This is why they're failing so much. And unfortunately, I guess still a lot of people have been supporting them. But right now, this is the majority of the people that put President Trump in the administration, and we are hoping for the best. I think he's still doing a great job despite some of the negative stuff that I'm going to read to you today. So let me continue on here. David said he would have been prevented with a condom. I agree, Dave. David, you know what? Glad you're still here, though. I am really glad you're still here. Something good is going to happen. Patrice, go get a bag. It looks like he's going to throw up. Let's see. La Fonte Profondo, La Sonia e Atari Cartella Pulando. I don't know what the hell that means. I'm just going to pretend like I knew what I said right there. Rico Suave, nobody voted for Kamala. Rico Suave, man. You guys remember Rico Suave back in the 90s? Man, that guy was ripped, chilled, chiseled. He was had an 8-pack on, you know. That guy was Rico Suave. And he really was. But I guess now he's just like, you know, fatty and not so suave. This is why it's important. Now, it might mean nothing to most of you guys, but this is why, even though I'm a half a century old, I started working out again. I started to exercise. I think it's important. There's a couple of guys over there that kept calling me Tubby because of my double chin in here. I don't see the double chin, but that's what he said. I will say something. I am in a goal to try to get healthy again. And when people insult me, a lot of times it just really encourages me to do something about it. And the way that I can do something about it is to treat myself better. And I hope that you guys that are listening are treating yourselves better than you did yesterday. You're going to feel so much better that you're going to pass that positivity to the neighbor next to you. And hopefully you get to start loving people around you more often. Titanium, I am going to laugh when you get deported. You know what? All I'm going to ask, if they do try to deport a naturalized American citizen, a patriot to this country, if they try to deport me, I'm just going to ask them, don't put me on handcuffs. Just, I'll go willingly. Let me just, can I grab my computer and my stuff? At least my laptop. Let me take my laptop with me. That's what I would do. But I would definitely follow the law. Whatever happens, if it's for the best of this country, absolutely. Why not? We all need to make sacrifices. Candy says, would you rather get oiled up at a freak off or get a massage on St. James Island? I don't know about St. James Island. That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? I will tell you this. Over 258,000 illegal Chinese people have been deported, arrested and deported. A lot of them have been triads, have been, you know, laundering money. And of course, the worst news is the massage parlors. I guess they were using it to you know, for prostitution. And a lot of you pervs out there missed your chance. But the one thing that is nice to hear is once in a while, it's what Joe says. Joe says Jesus Christ is Lord forever. Amen, brother. Amen. He really is. A lot of people will probably judge me because of my jokes, and still yet I am a Christian by definition, I believe. But you know, I still think that I am just such a sinner that I still can't believe that Jesus Christ loved me so much, that he died for me. And so I'm very appreciative about that, and I hope that I make him proud as best as I'm going to live my life as best as I can, and I'm going to protect and take care of my family as best as I can. But you know, we're all weak. We're all going to fail. All we can do is hope that we make it. Until the day we die, our job is to try to be a better person. That's it. After you gain salvation, of course, you know, you have to accept Jesus Christ in order to go to heaven. You got to repent, number one. And if you are sinning and you think that you're okay that way, I'm sorry to tell you, you're not going in. All right, that's just what the Bible says. I'm just going to follow it, stick with it. And that's what I think. Let's see, what do we got here? Whew, I am kind of tired, guys. I am kind of tired, but we're almost Friday. We're almost made it through the week. All right, let's read a couple more comments, and then we're going to go ahead and comment. We're going to start with some juicy stories that a lot of Democrats are going to love. I'm going to make the first comment is going to be for my beautiful Democrats. You guys are fantastic patriots. You have voted for Donald Trump for a reason, but I love your enthusiasm. I think that regardless of what party you're in, you have to do what you have to do. Whatever you believe is the right thing to do, you're going to do. I think if I can say that I am, what's the word? If I can say, besides that I'm a patriot, if I can say that I'm a Republican, I can tell you that what I really want to say is that if Republicans are like me, We are very forgiven. We don't forget, but we're very forgiven. We are most likely to change our attitude or our way of being for the respect of others. We are hoping for an outcome that will equal or shine to love. And I think a lot of Democrat patriots are like that. So shout out to you guys. We're going to talk and give some good news to Democrats tonight. My Republican supporters of Trump, hang in there. We'll get there. But we got to give some good news to our Democratic Party affiliates. So here we go. Let's see. G. Keller, do you love Trump? 100%, brother. 100%. Precious says, yo, please vote for Dennis. I think Precious thinks that I am running for governor here eventually. We'll see. You know, if you are an American citizen, even if you're naturalized, you can run for governor. That is always an option. Most people, you know, if they try to run, they run with very low expectations. Because here in Washington State, we have 8 Democratic seats and only 2 seats for Republicans. Nonetheless, if God, you know, puts it in my heart, we'll go ahead and push on to that. Right now, it's just a joke. It's just a thought, but it can happen. Let's see. Let's get down to the last few comments here before we start on the good news for the Democrats. Pilgrim, make America great. Let's bring the Alberta over here. Let's go. Let's go, Canadians. A lot of you mofos were also lied to like the rest of the United States has been for the last 20 years. I'm going to say, man, I had a lot of hopes with George Bush and then George Bush Jr. But I don't know what happened with these guys. I was hoping for a lot better. But speaking of my Canadian friends, man, I really think that Alberta, Saskatchewan will probably be the best additions that we can have to the United States of America. And the great thing about it is, like, it's not that you're going to lose your pride of who you are as a people, but you're going to join where the majority of the people of the United States actually appreciates, respects, and I can guarantee you almost 100% that Republicans will welcome you with open arms. I'm not talking about the ones that are butthurt, the ones that are talking, that remember how you said that we were ass. I'm talking about the real patriotic Republicans, the ones that fight so that people can live in peace and be prosperous. I think Alberta has a lot of resources that they wouldn't be coming in to the United States as a person or a country or a piece of land with a bunch of people that says we need help. Alberta does not need help, and that is the big difference. I think that when you have value like that, it's an honor to have, to be honest, and it is truly a blessing. We need more people in this country that will fight so that the United States and the people in the nation can become united and fight together for liberty and justice for all. Man, that's almost a pledge of allegiance right there. All right, let's see. Blood, what you got in there? Let's see. Come on. Come one, come all. That's right. Let's see. New York says legal immigration is... What? Legal immigration, U.S. Embassy, or deportation? Legal immigration, absolutely 100%. U.S. Embassy, I don't know what the hell you mean by that, but definitely deportation. What I would like to see is a lot of people, I wish that I can influence Donald Trump's mind and decision. And even if I could say, Donald Trump, give me one thing. Can you give me one thing and just make it happen? The one thing that I will ask for is for all those good moral, good illegal immigrants that have, even if they were illegal, guys, if they have proven to be good citizen materials and have proven that they love this country, and of course, if these kids have been going to public schools, they have been abusing the system and the generosity of the United States. But even then, they're showing their kids to be patriotic to this country. All right. And, even if they are getting medical coupons and they're, but they're working, that's the difference between people that come here or not. Even if they're illegal and they decided to make their own business, I think that these people should be investigated, and if they are found that they are good citizens, I mean, not citizens, but they are good people that would be great citizens because they love and respect the people here. And, they're teaching their kids to be patriotic to this land. I think those people should get at least the access to a green card. So they can be permanent residents, so that they can still keep their jobs here, they can keep their business, they can be part of the American family, so nobody can say illegals come over here to take my jobs. I think there's so many good people out there that, unfortunately, because of the evil that a lot of people, 21 million plus illegal immigrants, have done, these good people are now paying the price and being deported to where maybe they would have been deported eventually, but maybe not, but because of the 21 million illegal immigrants that came to this country, a lot of those good undocumented, I would say, just the Democrats say that, undocumented people deserve the chance to be happy as well. And if they can prove that they've been good, no DUIs, no wife beatings, no child abuse, they're just hard workers. Their biggest crime that they have ever committed was crossing the border illegally. If they have committed fraud because they have to pretend to be somebody else, that's a tough one. But I think that if they're found to be good people, they should have a chance to stay in this country. And I really mean that. But if they are found to be illegal and they are getting deported, they got to go. But that is my wish. My wish is for all Hispanics, all immigrants. I'm speaking mainly for Hispanics, obviously, because I am Hispanic, okay? And I love my Hispanic community. And speaking of love, I'm going to say, I think last night, some of these trolls, they got to me. When I raise my voice and I get excited about something, I don't get mad. I get very passionate about something. And it does bug me when people talk bad about the USA. It does bug me, and it kind of angers me when they put the American people down. It does happen. But it's not really like mad, angry. I don't know how to say it. All I want to do is I want to apologize if I went overboard last night. I feel that I want to share so much love, but at the same time, I want to show a little bit of rigor so that you guys know that the good stuff gets rewarded, but the bad stuff gets punished. That's just the way it is. And so I wanted to apologize to you guys. You guys have been so supportive. And if I say something like you're doing this or you're not doing that, it's obviously not you, since you are supporting me. But that's just the way that I speak in English. When I mean you, it's kind of a third person view, not necessarily to you exactly. You know what I'm saying, right? And I've also mentioned this before. If the shoe fits, wear it. And that's something that I say because, if somebody's preaching in church, they're probably preaching about themselves, but somebody else is out there doing these sinful things, and the shoe fits, and all of a sudden they get offended because the pastor said this, the bishop said that, and they're supposed to be loving and all this other stuff, right? A lot of times the preaching is to ourselves. Let me read a couple comments here, and let's jump to the good news from my Democrat friends. I have some really great news for you guys. Evan McCready, we still want to release the Epstein files. Yes, we do, but not yet. Right now, we don't give a shit about it. We're waiting for the court proceedings to see what happens from there, and of course, we're going to be commenting together about the trials because I'm sure it's going to be public. It better be. I am waiting to see these trials. I want to listen to them. I want to be the jury guy behind the scenes. I want to be able to see the evidence. I want to be able to see what happened here. I want to put my theories to rest. I want to know that everything that I thought was true was either true or a lie so that I can continue on with my life. as a Honduran American patriot of the United States. Salud, my friends. Stay thirsty. That's Dos Equis commercial. But that's Dos Equis commercials from the late 90s, I think, or early 2000s. I can't remember. It's been a long time. But Dos Equis, if you're thirsty, my friends. All right, here to see Jesus. Where were you born, boy? I was born in Honduras, in a very, very poor community called Cabañas. That means, what's Cabañas means? It means like huts. Blood says, for all you Trump Christians, if I were to speak to you verbatim the way Trump speaks to people he disagrees with and was independent, would you consider me a Christian? None of you will answer. Well, Blood, you know that I'm going to get to your comment. If I get to your comment, you get an answer. So I will say this. I have noticed that sometimes when Donald Trump, if maybe this is where you're at with it, if Donald Trump responds to certain news reporters, I think I've said this on one of my shorts. I'm not sure. I think it was one of my shorts. I have said this. If the press is invited to the White House or whatever, there's going to be a government announcement. Remember that Donald Trump's administration wants to be very transparent, and they have a lot of press openings and chances for the press to ask for questions. And, you know, let's say, for example, all right, we're going to talk about tariffs. No, tariffs actually is very good to talk about everything. Let's talk about, okay, I'm President Donald Trump, and I'm going to come to you, and what we're going to talk about is, we're going to talk about the White House, okay? This particular press conference is so that we can talk about the White House, our government buildings, our Washington, D.C., and what we want to do with it. And then when I tell you, okay, we're going to beautify this, we're going to do the ballroom, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. All right, that's the subject. White House, Washington, D.C. Any questions? Hey, Mr. President, yeah, the last week you said that in Honduras, the president was going to, what the hell? I said White House, Washington, D.C. Why are you bringing stupid questions from Honduras? Why are you bringing stupid questions about Israel and Hamas? This press conference, I even titled it, Washington, D.C., White House, Ballroom. This is what people don't understand. Now, you guys are aware and are witnesses that Donald J. Trump has been attacked left and right. Not just him, but him and his family. So imagine the frustration that he would feel that when he talks to us in a certain way. I noticed that I can feel his cry out to the people for, give me a break sometimes, will you? You know, like somebody will ask him something about, you know, the White House looks very beautiful. I love the way you decorate here. What are you planning to do next when it comes to decorations? Oh, I like this guy right here. I like this guy. You know why he does that? Because many of people are assholes to our president. And it's nice to hear something, get away from everything. You know what, MSNBC, whatever, they put a clip out there of Republicans, MAGA people, saying all these negative things about Donald Trump. And the one thing you have to understand is this, that when Donald Trump makes mistakes, we're going to call it out and we're going to say it. And you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that's right, MAGA, they're turning on each other. They're eating each other alive. It's not that. We still support Trump. Well, maybe with the exception of Candace Owens. I don't know. She's gone crazy. I used to like listening to her because she seemed to stand up for the truth. But, man, she's taking a turn for the worse. And I know that she's even mentioned that because of her pregnancy and blah, blah, blah. I get it. But if you're having issues with your anger and now you're being so hateful and you're blaming that on your pregnancy, how about you stop getting pregnant, you broad? Come on, stop doing that. A lot of people listen to her. Millions of people have subscribed and listened to her. And I think that is just wrong that she goes off on President Trump just because she has some hate about Israel because of how the relationship went down with Shapiro, with Ben Shapiro. I don't like Ben Shapiro because he's a stuck-up fool. As smart as he is, and of course he can probably destroy me on debates because he knows dates and he knows all this history that maybe I fall short on knowing. But Ben Shapiro is a fool most of the time, I think. And you know what? So am I. You know what's great about this country? We are free to be fools. And a lot of times we're going to contradict each other. I'm going to contradict myself on something I said. Just like I just told you, last night, I said I was angry. You know, I was passionate. I was making my points. But then on one of my shorts, I said I wasn't angry. I was just passionate. You know, sometimes we say stuff, and it might not mean exactly what we said at that moment. But the fact is that there is a meaning or some sort of attitude that comes behind, and we change our mind. And we don't change our mind about the significance of something, but maybe we change our mind about the way that we have expressed ourselves. Like sometimes, like when I get really upset at my wife, and there is not an ounce of, nope, I'm going to put some brakes here. Nope, I'm going off the grid. You know, I am very upset and I'm saying this and I'm saying that. And then my wife is a wonderful wife, you know, and then I have to feel bad about it. And it's just like, oh, you know, maybe it's too late that I said that already. I can't take it back. But when you love somebody and you've been together for so long, and you see the real sacrifices that those people make for us. In my case, my wife knows me and how I love people and what I do for our family. So I know she forgives me, you know, but it doesn't excuse me saying some stuff, you know, that are being very bad. And I hope that a lot of you, if there's one thing that I hope that you guys have is this: conviction. Accept when you're wrong. Stop blaming others for everything that has happened in your life. I think that is the biggest reason why we're failing in the world. Here in the United States of America, a lot of people like to play the victimhood card. And a lot of people like to talk trash. When I was a missionary pastor, I used to give advice to people that were in really hard, tough situations. Mind you, me and my wife were sleeping on the floor on a house that was falling apart with our two little ones. We suffered greatly, and I'm gonna say I didn't even feel like suffering because my wife and I we're some humble people. We don't really care about materialistic things, though we appreciate them if we have them. So you know, with that being said, I have given advice to people that have been in very dark places, and it's never failed. There's always somebody that comes and says, oh, you just said that because you're a pastor and you're probably making millions of dollars and well, you don't have to live without and you have all this money. And if they only knew that when I was giving this advice, my wife and I did not even have food in the house. And my wife is my witness. We had no food in the house, and yet we were still serving in the church as if everything was great. And one of the things that we did in our life was be thankful to God. Whenever I talked about gay people and how you're supposed to love them, not their sin, but love them, the church will go crazy on me. Somebody mentioned ICE. Hey, you're traumatizing, man. I'm trying to tell a story here. Stop talking about ICE. You're scaring me. ICE, they're so tough. They're such patriots. They're really cleaning this country. But, you know, the point is that whether I was supporting one side or supporting the other, there was the ones that had this judgment against me, and they made up this stuff that they want to believe about me because of my title was a pastor. And then I have people that used to dislike me because I supported worldly people, you know, like gay people. I support loving everybody, obviously, and I keep repeating this. Love the person, not their sin. Stay away from their corrupted sexual perversions. But don't disrespect them. You still gotta love them. And just like they are supposed to love us, right? It goes around. Respect people regardless. Excuse me. And then the other people are they just always like to contradict. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let me read some comments, guys. Enough about me. If you guys want to hear more about me, then you're gonna let me talk. But there's a couple of people here. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Snake says, "Boohoo." Gallo Lover, what's up, brother? God bless you, man. The Mexican people say hello. Hey, I appreciate you, man. God bless you and your people. I hope that you guys get the justice that you deserve. I think that the Mexican president, man, she'd be lying to you people. And what's crazy is that people that come up to the microphone and just tell the truth about what's happening in their cities and their communities, they're trying to hide it, man. But, you know, at this point, I don't believe statistics or reports from the government. This whole BS about crime is down 70%, that is crazy. I told my friend, one of my friends at work is a gay Mexican. Love this guy. He's very nice. He has a good heart. Him and his husband, they're really nice people. Now, yes, I don't support their marriage. I don't support their life as gay. But as a person, he's a great person, you know, and there's nothing for me to hate. So, you know, if people see me talking to them or hugging them, you know, and being friends with them, I don't care what they want to say. You know, just like when Jesus Christ was on this earth. I mean, he came in and he was having dinner with sinners. You know, he was freeing demonic people. He was praying for the sick, you know, healing the sick and all this other stuff. And these were people that were not, you know, what was it, the believers in that time. You know, this wasn't people that were innocent. They were called sinners. You know, tax collectors were sinners, you know. And he hung out with those people for the same reason. It's like, hey, listen, you're going to be paying the consequences for whatever you do in your life, just like I will. But the fact is that I can still love, you know. God's love is so clean, innocent, and pure. And there's nothing perverted about the word love when you come to describing God. When you come to describing the word love for humans, it becomes so perverted. Even the word making love, it's not really making love. You're supposed to be, I guess in a way it is, because you're supposed to come together to make a baby. And that is how you make love, right? But the way that the world uses it, it's just sex. It's not really love. And I hope that makes sense. I don't know. Sometimes I just be rambling for nothing. All right, enough with the rambling. We need to give our Democrats some good news. It looks like, okay, let me read a couple of comments and then we're going to go ahead and talk about the good news for my Democrats. Let's see, boo-hoo. Dennis Herrera, I am. God is good, says Wang Yu. Mr. Brad, so are you. I'm not sure. I missed the first comment. I apologize about that. Danobel, so many hating people in churches. Yeah, that's everywhere, man. It's not just in the world. It's not in churches. The devil is everywhere, my friend, and this is why we need to keep it real. Nobody cares, just like Trump. He didn't care either. Sorry, Derek. Sorry you had a bad experience. I'm not sure where you're at with that. You can't take care of your wife. You know what, J the one? Maybe you're right. But I can always try. And if she appreciates that, makes me feel like a real man. Let's see. Mr. Brad says, you don't even believe. What don't I believe? Give me something. Give me a question. I don't believe what? There's a lot of things I don't believe. You look mighty brown and might get profiled. Carlos Mesa thinks that ICE is going to come to my door and say, let's go. You got to go back to Honduras. If that was the case, man, I'm telling you right now, I live my life this way. All right, so I got an opportunity to come to the United States of America. I got an opportunity to become a resident. And then I got an opportunity to become an American citizen. Such a good feeling. Not gonna lie, such a good feeling. Now, here, we work. We go to work, come home, go to work, come home, go to work, come home. We don't do shit over here. And the only thing that I do now is I go work out in the mornings before I go to work. Then I come home, And then I grab some days and I spend some time with my daughter. We go swimming. My son doesn't really like to go with me. He's a gamer, so he wants to play the game. I'm a gamer. I cannot play like I used to. I mean, I'm still good, but I cannot play as long, I guess, as I used to because my responsibilities are different. I don't have time to do everything. So doing a full-time job, coming in here and sharing my love and my thoughts with you guys takes a lot of time and dedication. Believe me, it's not easy. You think it's easy to talk as long as I talk? It's not easy. Believe me. And this is why I have so much love for you and why you guys overwhelm me with kindness, just subscribing. It's free, right? It's not a big deal. I want to get to 1,000 and maybe 2,000, then 3 or whatever. The amount of subscribers is not important so that I can get more subscribers. The amount of subscribers is important because then we can get more people to debate, to opinion, to listen to the truth, at least the way we see it. And hopefully we can all come to the real facts of the truth. And that's where we're going with this. So I appreciate that. That's just a fact of life. So with that being said, if I was to be deported for whatever reason, I feel that if I quit my job without reason, if I just decided to abandon, this country and just go back to Honduras, I made an oath to the United States of America. And I think if I did that, then I would be a ungrateful, some sort of traitor-like American citizen. And I just can't do that. But if I was fired, even if it wasn't justly, but if I was fired, I would accept the fact that maybe I got to find a different job. Maybe it's a chance for me to start doing something different. But I can't just quit. This is where I am loyal. I am loyal to work. They treat me good, I'll stay there and I'll be loyal to them, give them my 100%. But if they deport me to Honduras, then I can say, hey, I was not a traitor to the United States. I did it. Even if I didn't like what I did it. I didn't quit. I tried to take care of my family. Even if I couldn't take care of them as best as I could, I would try the best that I can, And so it gives me an excuse to get away from my responsibilities here. And I can say, hey, listen, if I'm down there and I fail, it wasn't my choice. But guess what? I will still be down there doing the same thing. So with that being said, I hope that clears it up for you nincompoops out there that keep saying ICE should come and deport me. That's not a threat. I'd just be like, hey, can I get some time? I would have self-deported if I could. Let's see. Everyone is a sinner. We have to repent every day. What I don't agree with is you say you repent from something. If you repent, it means turn away from. But if you keep turning back to it, man, you're making your life a lot harder than it should be. But to each his own. I'm sorry, guys. I told you I was feeling under the weather. That's why I took the vitamin C Alka-Seltzer flavor. Oh, I hate that taste. I don't know how some of you guys can just chug it and bada bing, bada boom, everything's fixed. Let's see. Okay, we're going to ignore some of the ICE comments now because by now I think we made a point. Let's see. As a Christian, as Trump with his Bible upside down. Danobel. You Antichrist mofo. Dangerous. What was the question? Dennis, please answer my question, sir. Let me see if I can find Dangerous here. What was the question? Go ahead and ask me again, brother. Be more than happy to. Let's see. Nick, release the files. Which one? My taxes, my bills. Which files would you like me to release? I'm just messing with you. I know you want the Epstein files, but doggone it, you gotta wait. The 25th, I believe, is when they start the trial, and that's what we are waiting for. So it's not the MAGA people have no interest on Epstein files. Of course we're interested, of course. But we know that there's going to be a court date coming very soon. There's going to be a trial happening here. People have been subpoenaed. I want to hear some trials, and then we're going to share the trial. Okay. I'm going to take a pause. Here we go. We're going to give some Democrats some very good news. You guys love Tim Tampon Walls. I think he's actually running again. So that's some good news. I see, let's see, polls for the 2028 Democratic presidential primary show Pete Buttigieg, Buttigieg, and former Vice President Kamala Harris as leading front runners with Buttigieg? Man, I wish there was a different way to pronounce the name. I just can't do it. With Buttigieg polling between 16 to 31.5%, and Harris between 13 and 37%. Now, your favorite girl, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York, and California Governor Gavin Newsom also rank highly, polling up to 19.4% and 16% respectively. So Walsh trails with 3 to 9% support, but man, you guys got some candidates. You know what I'm saying? I think that's great news for Democrats. You guys love that stuff. Former Minnesota State Senator and physician Scott Jensen has entered the 2026 governor's race. Jensen has shifted his campaign from a focus on social issues to emphasis on the state's finances. Man, it's so good to see Democrats digging into the state's finances. This is where they shine, stealing from the people. Keeping the budget legit for the people. Democratic National Committee former chair Jamie Harrison asked Walz, first question, that people would kill me if I didn't ask, he says. You think about running in 2028? Walz answered, I am not. So that was fake news. Damn, I feel like CNN right now. I apologize about that. I thought it was great news. It is great news for me, for Republicans, I guess. So we can be happy about that. Let's go read some comments again. Sorry, guys, that was very disappointing. I thought it was better news for Democrats. Apparently, we still have the same morons running, but if you like them, I guess it's good news for you guys. Let's see. Oh, yes. I love it when Donald Trump's appointee judges turn against them. Love it. Reminds me when I used to be a pastor and people just betray me left and right. It was a good feeling. It was a great feeling. It was so sad, almost depressing, like to give you everything to everybody and then they'll just betray you just like that. All right, Chris Hogan, let's see, hold on. Make your actual country, Honduras, great again. I wish I could. As I said, if I was able to go down there and make a difference, I would. But if God has me here, the difference between God having me here or there is that I am in this country legal. So being an American citizen, this is what God wanted me to be. And if he wants me to be in Honduras, he'll definitely make it happen. Chris, it says, it's a shame there are so many low IQ young people these days. Well, Chris, it was even more shame is to see that there's a lot of low IQ elder people. Like the ones that allow their kids to go out there and become fools and disrespect others. They don't discipline their home. They don't love their children, so they don't discipline them. I think those people have even lower IQ. And then that's why you see the next generation, the young people, they're just so rebellious. They're disrespectful. They have no, what do you call that? No respect for elders. They're just twisted, man. But it's not just that they're young. It's just unfortunately, that's the way they've been raised. And maybe society has not been kind to them. But you know what? I'm from El Barrio. I'm from a very poor neighborhood. A lot of the kids my age, they decided to join a gang and go into theft, and do all this stuff. I decided to keep going to school. Same situation. Very poor. I was hungry. I was starving a lot of the time. Physically abused, etc. And for some reason, man, I was still the happiest kid on earth. That's just how I felt. I will share this one story with you, okay? Right now, it's story time. I hope you can appreciate it because this is something that I believe, even though I didn't have a father, in a way, it kind of makes me a good father today. You see, in Honduras, we have this holiday called Children's Day. Now, I don't know what they call it now, to be honest. It's been such a long, but it's translated to Children's Day. or Kids Day or something like that, right? You may think I'm just yapping, but you don't know the pains in my life. I remember I was about, let me see, I was about 9 years old. 9 years old, mind you, keep an eye on this. 9 years old. I used to walk many, many long distances when I was a kid. Everything I did was walking, running. Didn't have money for bus fare, etc. So my oldest brother, right, he's 13 years older than me. So, of course, my mom will send money to us from the States to help us get food and, clothing for school, etc. But my older brother had his wife. He was married already. And he was just doing everything for her and for her side of the family that was neglecting me as a kid. Now, I used to be my father's favorite until he died when I was 4 years old. I used to be my mother's favorite until she abandoned me so that she can send me money so that I can eat and have a place to live. I'm not saying my mother was a bad woman. I love my mother. I think she did the best that she could. But I tell you right now, I wish that she would have never left me in Honduras. I wish that she would have stayed with us because we needed our mother more than we needed the money. As we were getting older, we will find jobs to do. I will climb trees to get mangoes down, so I will sell them in front of the house, 5 cents a mango. And then I will find a job to do some concrete mixing for construction. And yes, this is all at a very young age. And so I tell you that just to kind of put the basis on it. So my brother promises me, hey, you know what? Sunday, today's Children's Day, I'm going to take you to the stadium. And I know the stadium. I'm going to take you to the stadium because they are giving away free sodas and they're giving away gifts, and it's a kid that used to play with a little piece of wood pretending that it was a car. I got so excited. Just think about it. 9 years old. I was so excited. And I was like, man, he beats me. He seems like he hates me. But he's going to take me to the stadium to celebrate Children's Day. And I've been good in school, my little corny little kid face. And, well, it was getting late. And the show has started many hours ago already. And I decide, I'm going to go ahead and I was showered. I was dressed up, got my little button-up shirt. It was tucked in my pants. This is the way my mother taught me. And I would walk, and I'm not going to exaggerate to you. It was at least 5 miles away from our house. That may seem like nothing to you, but for a 9-year-old, that's a long-ass walk. I get to the stadium. Mind you, I am sweating like a mofo because it's over 100 degrees in the heat. But I was so excited. I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I might get a whooping, but I'm going to get something out of this. I get to the stadium. And when I get there, I was like, how do I get in here? And then I saw an opening. And then I was like, okay, this is the way to get in. So I go inside. As I go out into the field, have you guys seen those movies where they're putting the camera on the actor's face and then all of a sudden they go away and you can see this big space? Well, that's what happened to me. And the stadium looked so huge. And all I saw was garbage, leftovers of soda cans, bottles. They still hadn't cleaned up yet. All the sponsors were gone. There was no more kids, no more celebration. And you know what that does to a little kid? You don't know what that does to a little kid, do you? I think a lot of you guys, well, some of you shitheads over here that are making these comments, don't care about a child suffering. But that's a true story. My heart was so broken. And mind you, getting so excited as a kid that they're going to take you. Yeah, that's quite the opposite, Matt. Quite the opposite. Getting excited as a kid and being just torn apart like that. Disappointed at home, disappointed on, in society. Had to walk the walk of shame back home. And the worst part was my brother was already back with his wife's cousins and brother, and didn't bring me a toy or anything, but he sure as hell brought his belt, and he whooped the shit out of me that day. That was my Happy Children's Day celebration. So for all you mofos out there that are disrespectful, it's all right. I don't mind. Whatever. But that story, as bad as it was, and as bad as it's it's still there, it has taught me to be a better father for my children. My children never have to go through that. And if it's something that I am grateful to God, is that He was able to keep me alive right now. I mean, I'm a half a century, like I said. I am able to give my kids that love that I never got. And of course, this is one of the reasons why I made mistakes when I was young. I tried to start a family way too young. I wasn't ready. But I suffered a lot. That's just one of the stories. Maybe I'll tell you another story another time. Ozzy, what's up, man? Welcome. I appreciate you, brother. Pat, thank you, brother. I tell you this is not to make you feel bad for me, you know what I'm saying? But I think all of us, at some point, we have suffered something in our life, and we got to just get back, you know what I'm saying? This is why I said I love America. I think that we take care of our children here. And I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are abusing them here, mentally and sometimes physically. But us, if we have gone through some type of struggle, man, we need to make it better. We need to make it right today and age. So let's see. Ozzy, I've heard it all, man. Insulting me for telling what happened to me as a kid. Sad, man. I have a loving family. I don't care. You have to care because no one but you can't stand you. Matt, I think that's a little bit of entitled opinion, but it's okay. You got your freedom of speech. That's what this channel is about. You should be able to say whatever you want. Texas says I'm a crybaby. Yeah, probably. I did cry a lot, trust me. I got a beating on my life. It was one of the beatings of my life. Every time that I got beat, it was not meant to just make purple, swollen marks on my body. Every beating that I got was so that I couldn't get up and stand on my own feet. Very shaky. Just I don't know how to tell you, man. It felt sometimes like life was leaving my body. But God kept me, and I appreciate that. You're Hispanic, I bet. I just don't care about your goofy hat. You know what? My goofy hat might be goofy to you, but "Make America Great" is not just a slogan. It is the way of life for American patriots, my friend. All right, man. Let's see. We don't have that much time left today. Let's see. Edward, enjoy being blocked. Click. JJ, you got blocked, man. You see what happens, bro? You abused your freedom of speech, bro. Come on. You can't be doing that. Edward, hey, that's your right, my friend. JJ got blocked. Damn. And if you cross the line with me, I think I might have to block you. But you still got your freedom of speech. You can still talk shit to yourself. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Precious. Brad, you mean who cares? Oh, man. Mr. Brad, what did you say, Brad? I missed something here. Let's see. Mr. Brad says when. Let's see. They did nothing. Infinite Process, yeah, we do care about the Epstein files. And by doggone it, you got every single right to care about the Epstein files. What I'm saying is this. I'm not saying forget about the Epstein files, even though I probably said it many times. But the reason why I would say that is, be patient. These kind of things take time. You cannot expect, there's some ungrateful mofos out there. Like there's people that say he shouldn't golf. I said, bitch, what do you mean? He needs a break. He's a human. He is a senior citizen. And he's working. And you are not paying him. So shut the hell up. Let the man golf. I said, let the man golf. This guy has stopped so many wars. He stops a war in the Congo. Nobody gives a crap about the Congo. Even you shiny people in here talking with all these insults, you don't care about the Congo. You don't care what happens in Africa. You don't care what happens in South Africa. You don't care about the beautiful African people that are out there being slaves today. But we do. In America, everybody's free. And unfortunately, there's a lot of third world country dwellers that come here. The United States opens their arms and their doors and they're welcome into this country. And what do? Instead of assimilating, they bring all the shit that makes their countries a shithole. And that's not acceptable. So, yeah, if you want to talk about Africa, I can talk about Africa. There's a couple of things that have happened in Africa that people don't even know. I like to listen to news. What happens in Mexico? Mexico is our neighbor on the south. I want to know what happens in Canada. Canada is our neighbor on the north. Guess what? I got to keep an eye on both. So I listen to what the people in those countries are saying. I listen to what the president and the government administrations are doing in those countries. Because it is important for me to be informed on what they're doing so that I know what we're doing. And if we have people in here, and I can even make a suggestion that, you know, here, if you don't like freedom, if you hate this country, and you hate Donald Trump, which means you hate the majority of the American citizens that voted for him, why don't you just get the hell out of this country? Instead of telling me that I should come for me, I think that you should go figure out where you belong and go there and live under that rock, just as long as you want. But leave the American patriots that want this country to stay free, to be open and beautiful for the world to see. Get the hell out the way, man. Just go find that one beautiful rock that you like, crawl under it, and stay there. In the meantime, don't be a pest. Nobody likes a pest. The American people deserve to have their freedom. Many of their not descendants. Many of their, what's the word? It's not descendants. We are the descendants. What's the opposite of that? Let me see if somebody says that. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of that? My blind is just blocked right now. Let's just say many patriots have bled and died for this country to have the freedom that it has. If you don't appreciate that, get the hell out of the United States of America. That's my favorite word to give you. Let's see, Matt says, bro, I feel for you, Dennis. It's wrong beating a child. Yeah, man, but that shit, it happens, so you can't change it. A child, I think we feel the same about that at least. Well, you know, there's a lot of things that you'll be so surprised on what we agree on. Believe it or not. I speak my mind very open, but I have my limits. JJ Brad, definitely a registered offender. What the hell is wrong with JJ? JJ, are you a sex offender? It sounds like you're over here. Mega Man is back. Tell me. Hold on, man. I'll get to you, bro. JJ, don't get blocked, man. You already got blocked already by somebody, so don't push it. What's going on, Mega? Good to see you in here. I think I missed you yesterday. I'm not sure. Tubbs, Mega Man, he's the guy that encourages me to go work out and try to do something about my health, and I appreciate that. One day I'm going to meet this mofo, and we're going to share some coffee or something. But God bless you, man. God bless you. It's good to see that you're doing okay. God bless every single one of you guys. If you guys are in this chat, there's two things. I want to say God bless you. I want to say I love you. I want to say that you're somebody meaningful in this earth. If you're going through some hard times, guys, we all go through hard times. Never give up in your life. I have suffered with depression a lot. And you know what? I feel very good today, today in life. A lot of things have changed. I have made some changes. I have enjoyed, like, for example, just spending the time with my daughter. I made a trip with her to Honduras. You know, she's 12 years old. She's my treasure. She's my last baby on this earth. You know, I was the last baby in my family. My mother was the last baby in her side of the family. And I spent so much time with my daughter, guys. I mean, from some perverts out there will get this the wrong idea, but I slept with my daughter. I ate with my daughter. Everywhere I went, my daughter went with me. She will hold my hand if she didn't feel secure out there. Maybe something was scaring her for whatever reason. She always grabbed my hand. I always felt like I was protecting her. Made me feel like a real dad. You know what I'm saying? Like a real man. And, you know, my daughter God just used my daughter to heal me so much. And it's crazy. This is very recent, guys. This is very recent. And I came back to the United States from Honduras, since some people want me to go there. I came back from Honduras, such a different mentality. And, you know, well, here we are making these videos, right? It's so amazing. So what I'm trying to tell you with this is, you hear the bad stories of my childhood, but now I'm giving you that, you know what, nobody's perfect. We'll be stressed, we'll suffer from depression, but we gotta let God do his thing and allow us to be happy. So he used my daughter for that, and I'm very grateful for it. So let me see, where's my boy, Mega? What did you say? Mega Man. Mega Man. No, there was another comment here. Well, I guess we're gonna have to start with this one. Brian said he has gas. King of pedos. That means farts. Mega Man, freedom, you say, as they go to authoritarian rule in DC. You're not evil, but dumb. Really dumb. Bro, this isn't the way, bro. Yeah, you know what is the way? Let's let them kill themselves. Let them kill each other. Let the drugs go rampant in Washington, D.C. Let those violent gangsters just go free in Washington, D.C. Let those business owners that have been fixing windows and doors and have all those holes, bullet holes on the wall, let them just keep getting freaking shot at. Let's do that. Because the police is there, which is great. The mayor is doing the best that she can. But the problem is, they need help. And you know who helps? Donald Trump. The National Guard is not our enemy. It's in no martial law. They're not out there just arresting anybody that walks down the street. As a matter of fact, they walk around the street giving the message to people, letting the DC citizens know that they are there to protect their city. They talk to the people out on the streets late at night, lets them know, hey, we are walking around here. We want to make your neighborhood safe. Anybody that's doing drugs or drinking alcohol, it's illegal to have an alcoholic beverage out in the open, at the park, etc. And this is what the National Guard is doing. They are not there to arrest law-abiding citizens. Unfortunately, Vietnam's downtown has had a better reputation than the Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., bro, that's the capital of the United States of America. It should be the safest. It should be the most beautiful, the most taken care of. The people in there should be the happiest. But we have criminals that are just free, doing things. Minors, 14-year-old, 13-year-old, 12 years old. You guys have heard my stories. 10 years old, I was mixing concrete. And my wife is probably witness, probably in Samoa, the same way. Young, 10, 11 years old, out there mixing concrete already. You know what I'm saying? That's a big difference. But the National Guard is not our enemy. If the National Guard gets deployed here to Washington State, and I am witness, the first thing I'm going to say, thank you for your service. Thank you for caring enough to be here to protect us. Because you see, they are here to protect the good people, not criminals. Now, if you like to protect criminals and you are okay with the statistics that Washington, D.C. has a 40% crime rate, that even some third world countries have come and clowned on Washington, D.C. Can you imagine somebody that has less come and tell you that your house looks like a shithole? How embarrassing. As a patriot, that is something that you should carry deep inside your heart and be like, I want people to be proud when they come into my country to visit. I want them to say, damn, America is great. That's what I want them to say. But we have a lot of ghetto neighborhoods. I get it. Nobody's perfect, guys. I get it. But what I'm saying is, if there's not enough police to protect the innocent, if Donald Trump makes the decision to send the National Guard, they are there to protect you. Don't be rude. Don't be ignorant. I can never, even if it's a bottle of water, I can never throw a bottle of water at a police officer, not along his car or anything. If I disagree with them, if they're doing something that I feel is wrong, you know what? I'm going to put my complaint in court. But I am just not going to disrespect them. If they tell me in a free public park, hey, you got to go. All right, I'm going to go. As simple as that. Why would I complicate my life? That's not going to give me a better relationship with my family. I'm just going to sit there and, I'm going to start recording for my safety. Oh yeah, the abuse from the police. They're telling me that I have to leave this park, but it's a public place, and I got my rights, and I'm gonna stay here, even though I'm making people all pissed off, and they don't want me here. I don't care. I'm a citizen, and I have the right to be in a public place. And you see these guys, you see this police getting mad at me, and they want to be. Come on, man, shut the hell up, and stop being a troublemaker, and stop causing problem. So, no, Mega, the National Guard needs to be in Washington, D.C. Bub, I don't know what the hell trouble means. That's I have no idea what that is. Let's see. Johnny is screaming your toxicity at the wind chat. Hey, sir. Hey, Johnny, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining. Edward, Dennis, we appreciate your perspective. Edward, thank you so much. That is exactly all that is. It's just my perspective. It's my opinion, guys. But if you want to put your opinion, it's okay. You know, that's fine. But I just think somewhere insulting is not going to help. You can always insult anybody. That's fine. Danabel says the tyrant. Danabel the tyrant. I don't know how much I should trust any comment that a tyrant makes to me. But he says, America will be new Russia. Oh, man. The new Russia, he says. Man, you guys really are delusional, man. That's funny, though. That's funny. Let's see. Alexia is a clown face. Okay. Nuchu says, oh, man, I lost that comment. What the hell happened? JJ, don't get blocked, man. Don't get blocked. There's people not liking your comments, man. They're blocking you, bro. Jose says, gay. I don't know who he's talking to. He's probably talking to JJ. Smith does stuff. This dude won't be a bozy when he's detained. Alexia, laugh out loud. Yeah, you just say yes, sir, no, sir, bend over when you're down. I wouldn't bend over. We ain't working that far, baby. No. If they tell me that I gotta leave, okay, well, you know what? Hey, can I stand over here? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna do that. See, I've been beaten in my life. Not that I'm a coward. I will beat somebody up if I need to beat somebody up for the sake of somebody else's safety. But why would I walk into trouble? Like, my life is so much better without it. Like, I just wouldn't do it. If they tell me that I gotta go, I gotta go. I'll find something better to do. Hey, if I'm not there, they're missing out, not me. That's it. So don't be entitled. Don't be a selfish brat. Be a patriot. And if you see that you're going to be causing problems to people, hey, just get away from them. You know, I'm not going to force myself on the neighbor's yard. If they're having a barbecue, that doesn't mean that I got to eat their barbecue. Unless they invite me, I'm not going to be in there. I don't know how and why people are so entitled. I get it. We have our freedoms. And I'm going to tell you, what is the one, there, you guys probably know. There's a woman, she has long, dirty brown, curly hair. What is her channel? I haven't seen her in a while. She seems very sweet. I don't know. Anybody knows what the name of this lady is? She likes to go to Democrat rallies or gay parades and shit like that. And then she wants to go interview people about, Republican or conservative values. What's her name? You guys know? It's not her name. It's, man, what's her name? Anyways, the point is that she goes, and I understand why, right? We got our freedoms. I understand why she does it. But she goes into, like, for example, this group of people, right? They I'm thinking in Spanish. Reservado, they reserve a public place to make a market. But they have things that they show in there that they want to talk about, and they reserve it. They got a permit for it. And she walks around. Yeah, there you go, Arjan. Yes, I happened to see that comment. The poopy girl, that's what they call her. I wouldn't call her that. She's very lovely, and she is 100% right that she has the right to do all that stuff. But of course, I think that they're trying to get, obviously, likes, right? They're trying to get views on YouTube. And I mean, this is part of how they make their money. I don't blame them for that. But what I'm saying is, like, I look at what they're doing, and it's just like, girl, listen, they got a permit. Like, for example, here, I've always been like this. Maybe I'm just retarded, but I've always been like this. We have this park, for example, in North Everett, the Legion Park. It's called Legion Park. There's a golf course right next to it. There's a marina next to it. And there is people that reserve parts of the park so that they can have a picnic, barbecue with their family. Now, the rest of the people can be on the other parts of the park, right? But I don't feel that I am entitled to go into their area where they're having a barbecue and be like, hey, I'm just going to sit here and tell your family about Jesus Christ. That's not I'm sorry. That's just not how it works. That's just not how it works. Let them have their place. And if you want that place, reserve it. And then you can use it. And if you respect their privacy, if you respect what they're doing, then maybe somebody else will do the same when you reserve it. Right? That's just how it works. I cannot go into, for example, if I go to a pride parade, which I'm against, I'm not going to go over there and try to change their mind. I just can't do that. But what I can say is that if I happen to be in that area and they're walking around in the nude, I got something to say about that. They don't get to reserve the whole Seattle downtown. They got to respect other people. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm one-sided. I'm going both sides, all right? It's not just one way. So if it's affecting my children's innocence or whatever, I mean, come on, there's a limit. Let's say Lobo, Pinche Oaxaco, Oaxaqueño. That's a Mexican town. J.D. Vance, 2028. Jose, I agree. I think J.D. Vance is going to do a great job, man. Great job. A lot of Democrats are starting to put in the Democratic Party on pause because we do want the Democratic Party. But a lot of Democratic people patriots are joining the cause to fight with American patriots, not with illegal immigrants. Matt McFlurry, whatever that was funny is a focus. Let's see. Irishman is not causing problems to record cops. No, it's not. But I will tell you, if I'm watching those shows, I'm like, what? Why are you being an asshole? Like, what is the point? I mean, there's nothing productive about you making a video, even if it's a public government office. There's nothing. There's nothing, bro. It's stupid. You out there just causing problems for nothing. Alexia, public place is in your neighbor yard, buddy. Apples to apples, oranges to oranges. You know what else is not your yard? You getting on my face. That's not your freedom. People deserve some space. The moment you invade that space, you make people feel insecure. Maybe they're afraid for their life, and this is how you start shit. So if you're willing to get smacked, by all means, get your ass kicked. What is your favorite, Blood says, what is your favorite part about supporting a man who used to own 2 teenage beauty pageants? Hey, more power to him. You know what? He never went into those pageants. Is that what you're getting to? The pageant that he used to go into were already 18 and older. They were adult females. And if they had a problem with dressing or undressing in front of them, they had their choice. But he never did that with the teen pageants. So what's your point? Don't understand. Okay, crash on, Dennis. I agree 100%. Keep doing what you do. And man, thank you for subscribing. See, that's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you guys. You guys surprise me so much. You know, I read and feel all this negativity from some people, and then I get to a comment or one of you guys that subscribes and shows me love, shows me support, and it's just encouraging. It just keeps you going. So with that being said, I want you guys to do that for other people. All right, we're going to take a pause from some of these messages here that we're getting. Let's see. A federal judge on Thursday struck down 2 Trump administration measures that sought to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, this is a Trump-appointed judge, and we just read that. I am against diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's racist. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that we want all cultures to come together and we want everybody to be accounted for. No, that's not what that means. That's not what that means. I want to tell you something. I went to Mariner High School. I love my high school. It was nice. But there was an order of how the coach put the players together, right? The quarterback, it seems that he had a pick for white people first. That's just what it seems like. I could be fooling myself. I played JV quarterback, junior varsity. And the coach used to tell me that he don't know why I didn't play varsity quarterback, because I was very good. Not to boast myself, but this is just what the coach said. Maybe he was just being supportive. I see it, blah, blah, blah. Backup quarterback is another white guy. Now, when it comes to receivers, I have very good hands. I mean, my speed was a 4.5 on a 40-yard dash. It was not the fastest. There's some other guys that are 4.3. But, my vertical was a 37-inch vertical. I'm 6'1", but I was only about 180 pounds back then. And I had better hands than the receivers that the coach picked. And he always put the black guys to be receivers. I don't know why. Don't ask. That's just the way it worked. When it came to linemen, it didn't matter. You can be, as long as you're big and fat or strong, you're going to be a lineman. He had no choice. So he needed some strong people in there. But I see that, he's trying to find places to where like all this inclusivity happens. We didn't call it that back then, but that's just what it seems like. And I noticed that we lost games when he made changes like that. Like he will pick somebody because they're black, or because somebody's Mexican, they need to be here. And if you're white, you got to be in this position. That's just the way it worked. That's just the way it worked. I don't agree with anything about this equity. Equity is not equality. Let's take a look. What the hell is equity, so that we can have the definition on here. It's not equality. I think a lot of people confuse it with equality. Equity is not what you think. I know it's not. So let's take a look what equity is. It says the quality of being fair and impartial, equity of treatment, the value of the shares issued by a company. What the fudge? So it's not equality, but they try to make it sound like it's some form of equality, right? It says quality, the quality, not equality. So I don't like that, because they don't look at everybody as what makes them that person. They look at you of, okay, what kind of accent do you have? What kind of color your skin is? And then they go with that. That's not the way that this country is going to be better. The way this country is going to be better if everybody gets treated the same, equally. And that's not what they do. So that's a Trump appointed federal judge. I disagree with her wholeheartedly. I think she's wrong. And, there's other people that Donald Trump has fought for that have also gone against what he wants to do. So not everything that he does that wants to do will happen. He's not a king like you morons out there are saying. So I'm not sure where they get this whole king thing. Especially when Chuck Schumer says it. What a jackass. Chuck Schumer should just keep his mouth shut and stay in his lane. This guy has been such a traitor to his Jewish people, to the Jewish community, to us, the patriots of America. He had nothing to say that I want to hear. Dano Bellatiron says, if Biden was doing it, every MAGA would scream like a Karen. But if Trump does shit like that, nah, he didn't mean it. I missed something, probably. Okay, but let's just say this. If Biden deployed the National Guard in Washington, D.C., I will still support it. I think that what you have to remember is stop looking at the man's name, stop looking at that person because of what somebody hates him for. It is obvious that Democrats hate Donald Trump. But this is your problem. If you hate somebody because somebody else hates them, you are never going to be free. You are just their puppet. They're using your ignorance to keep doing their work. I don't vote because he's Donald Trump. I don't support him because he's Donald Trump. I support him because of the things that he's doing I agree with. Simple as that. And I think any man or woman that is a patriot to the United States of America will agree with me on that. Yes, his name is Trump. So right now, go Trump. If J.D. Vance goes and does what the American people, the patriots want, then we're going to say, go J.D. Vance, right? I said, let's go Obama. And what happened? He supported terrorists, not the American people. Don't be a fool, man. Don't be a fool. Let's see. I know a lot of patriots agree with me on that. Danable says, yeah, with daddy's money. You think daddy's money was negative, what was it? Negative $900 million? That's what you call daddy's money? You moron. Take a look at this. He went from $900 million to making billions of dollars. That's not daddy's money. Negative money is not money. So get your facts straight. Let's see. Kevin, let's see. I missed a comment here. But I'm missing a lot of comments, man. I can't reply to every single comment. Matt says, wild thing to say. Yeah, everything I say pretty much is wild. Mega, you agree with the age of consent being 12? Of course not. But if you are a criminal, yes, I agree with the punishment. I think that there has to be a deterrent for us on the next generation. You guys heard, the children are our future. Yes, future. But right now, we're the leaders. Until they get old enough to be leaders, we are to correct them. We are to show them the path. We are to make them patriots. We are to make them love this country. Guys, it's very simple. But the children are not going to tell me what to do. Climate change. Greta, oh, how dare you? And you idiots out there support this crazy lunatic young teenager. I say, that's stupid. Have you not know the history of our earth? Climate change is not something that men cause. It is what it is. There is so much that goes into the atmosphere when a volcano erupts. There has been multiple ice ages. There has been multiple meltings. Where in the desert in the Middle East was an ocean, it's a desert. Imagine how beautiful that's going to be when the ocean goes back to the Middle East. Oh, the smooth sand. Yeah, that's going to be nice. But anyways, our earth keeps changing. Stop being stupid. It's like you guys didn't go to school or something. Like you didn't learn anything in school about geography. Man, apparently not, because a lot of people, when I was a senior, they didn't even know where Honduras was. And we're just 2 countries away. Oh man, come on, man. All right, let's get to the next comment here, and then we're gonna talk about Trump. This is something that I think is funny, but at the same time, I think it's like whatever. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of juice on Trump, and some of you tards in here will get excited about it. Let's see. That's crazy. Free Dennis Herrera. Hey, guys, be careful. There is a Dennis Herrera with my identity and social security and everything in California. Hopefully, he gets arrested and they can tell me about it. Okay, let's go down. Mark, what? McFlurry says Epstein. You love Epstein, bro? You need me to get some DD oil so you can go and visit the island, see if there's any remnants of Epstein's lives and files. I want to see well, no, I don't. You guys want to see the videos from Epstein as well? All the recordings from the island? If you do, you're a freaking pervert. Just let it go. Greta needs to go protest in China and see what happens. That's what, Jose, that's exactly what I say, bro. These people that are out here in the United States, they're abusing their freedom of speech and their freedom of religion and all this shit. And all they're doing is just causing problems. I think, of course, I believe in freedom of speech, but man, some of these people, bro, damn. You came to the USA when you were 14 years old. I was 13. 13 and a half to be exact. I came here back in, what was it? Late 80s. Yeah, late 80s. Yeah, 14, I guess. Let's see. Who cares about Greta? You're right, Dano. You're right. Epstein's list. When we chill to drink, you're getting paddle sweat. Hell no, Mega Man. I am not getting drunk with you. Matter of fact, I hate getting drunk, but I would have had a couple of beers. But now that the threat of getting spankings, yeah, I'm not down with that, man. What's wrong with you, bro? Dirty mofo. We'll make the bets on politics and football. You win, booze. You lose, paddle swats. Nah, man. What if listen? There's always a chance that I'm going to lose, and I am not gambling with my butts. JJ, another person just blocked you, bro. I got 4 people that blocked JJ. You see the difference between freedom of speech? When you piss somebody off, they will block your ass. I don't block you. I let you talk shit, but don't push it either. If I block you, that's it. You're banned. But for now, you're lucky that I believe in the freedom of speech. All right, explain ethics. Dennis is a basketball holder. Hey, that's what I read. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going to stick to it. I'm a basketball holder. Thank you, bro. MSG, man, you crazy ass. All right, Matt wants to explain ethics. Which ethics? Work ethics? What kind of ethics? He admitted on Howard Stern he was in the dressing room, not with the underage teenagers, blood. They were not underage. He went to the pageant, he said. And the women were dressing. That's fine. He owned it. And so he will go in there. But not the teenage one. You guys are retarded with that information. Look it up. I think I looked it up in one of my lives, and we read exactly what happened, and that's not what happened. So if you guys think that Donald Trump is a pedophile because of the teenage pageant, you are misinformed. No, it wasn't. You can go ahead and look it up right now. You can say, Donald Trump goes into a teenage pageant while they're dressing. Trump issues Social Security proclamation. Man, my man. Did he grab her from behind? Let me see. Let me see if I can find that article that you're talking about, you perverts. Let's see. Donald Trump into teenage pageant. Man, this is so long ago. You guys are still holding on to this shit. I can't even remember what year this shit was. Let's see. Tasha Dixon says she's speaking out so voters can get a better understanding of Donald Trump's personality. I'm not going to listen to the video. I'd rather just read it. Let's see. It's 2 minutes. Let me see what it says. See if I can hear this.
And by his own admission, he was no stranger backstage while owning parts of 3 different pageants for nearly 2 decades.
You know, that's the end of it with those. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
In 2001,
women, not teenagers, you perverts.
Competing in the Miss USA pageant, she experienced this kind of awkward moment firsthand.
And she's an adult woman.
And half naked, changing into our bikinis.
Dixon was 18 at the time and says watching Trump storm into a
18 at the time.
The owner come waltzing in when we're naked or half naked in a very physically vulnerable position, and then to have the pressure of the the people that work for him telling us to go fawn all over him, go walk up to him, talk to him, get his attention.
Okay, I don't know if you guys were able to hear that, but one, she was 18 and she's giving her testimony that he will come in to the pageant while they were dressing, Now, I don't know about you, but bro, when I go to the beach, man, and I see what these women are wearing, what the hell are you complaining about? I really don't understand. You guys go to a strip joint where the age of admission is 18 years old, and you want to talk shit about Donald Trump, man, don't even mention that up again. That's the second time that you guys make me listen to the same argument and different people, and they can complain all they want. The matter of the fact is that they can change that in front of men and women because that's what they have to do. And he's the owner, so he gets to go in there whenever he wants, and if he likes it, then he likes it. If the women in there don't sign an agreement to be there, they're not all over 18 years old, that's their prerogative to be there. But women do this all the time. So he didn't do it to a teenage, underage person. They were adult women already. So knock it off. No, forget about the 15. That's a lie. We just looked at it, man. I researched it a few times. That's not right. You go to the beach, and what are they wearing? A thong. They're not even wearing clothes. You hypocrites are out there on concerts where singers now, they don't even wear clothes. They just wear paint on their body. You guys don't care about age. If you care about age, you'd be talking about against Disney. You'd be talking against Hollywood. How many times have you talked about against Hollywood when they have little children acting like freaking demons? Saying bad words that shouldn't be in the mouth of babes. Go ahead. I want to hear you complain about that abuse. Hollywood, Disney, all this movie making studios using children to do killings, to do scary movies, to do perverted things, like Strange Things. You guys remember that show? Stranger Things? Young kids, young teenagers, yet you are watching them. So shut the hell up about the age. You hypocrites. I will always protect the innocent. But for you guys to be claiming somebody is a pedophile, you guys are worse. JJ, you're probably one of those perverts in there. Don't change the conversation from a patriot act to a perverted act. It's not the same. You guys run with the story and you think that's the truth. And then you go and make an ass out of yourselves. Nah, man, that's a fake story. They came out with another story after that, and they say that was not true. Matt, for me, if you guys are over here bitching about the Epstein files, shut the hell up. If you want the Epstein files and you want the facts and you want to hear the stories, shut the hell up about that. Why? Because in order for Maxwell to say something, she's going to request something. Now, for me, if she gives up a lot of these pervs that did a bunch of bad stuff in the island, she can get immunity. As long as I see some corrupted mofos that have been trying to destroy my country, I am happy to let her walk. Let the world deal with her. But it's what I'm standing right now, I want to see some dirty politicians go to jail. Maxwell can go free. She already been in jail long enough. It doesn't matter how much of a monster she is. That's just how it works. If we can get more than one person, I think it's worth the exchange. Obama let 5 freaking terrorist leaders free from Guantanamo for a useless American traitor. Come on, man. Learn to love America. Learn to fight for America. Come on, guys. I'm here fighting for this country. What the hell are you doing? You're over here nagging, just nagging and talking all this shit about the man's character, and yet this pervert that you hate so much is the only one that's making changes to benefit this country, which you also benefit from. So shut the hell up for the next 3 years, and then you can get a pervert old man like Joe Biden to come into office. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But in the meantime, it's our turn to celebrate. So I will say, use your freedom of speech, but in a way, shut the hell up. Stop complaining about things that are not going to fix anything. That's where I'm at. So give me a second. The wife is texting. All right. So with that being said, I have to go pick up my wife. I didn't get to check the message because I'm watching here and my phone, my watch is not giving the message. So I had to go pick up my wife. I think we have some good communication. But guys, please, I really want you to think about the well-being of this country. And stop going from stories from the 1990s, man. Seriously? 90s. What bad things have you done that we don't know about? No, many people that are on healthcare should not be on healthcare. They got to be kicked off. Now, they have told you that they... No, man, I'm not going to tell my wife no. What's wrong with you? That's not why I marry her. Yeah, I said no sometimes for some things, but no, the wife is first. Man, he just saved you right now. He just changed my mind about what I was going to say. Man, God of War, Mr. Brad. Speaking of God of War, man, I don't play that game, bro. There was a scene in there that was a sexual scene. It wasn't too bad, but it just made me feel uncomfortable. I stopped playing the game. Blood, love you, brother. Right back at you, man. I hope that I don't, so listen, I don't want to apologize for my outburst. Oh, never mind. The wife is almost home. But nonetheless, it is 11 and I have to get up very early to go work out. But I really love spending time with you guys. And I really love to be able to talk about what can make our country better, okay? That's what I want to concentrate on. If you guys want to concentrate on, perverted things and all this other stuff, well, guys, come on. Let's talk about something different, okay? This happened too long ago. Thank you, Tiger. Appreciate you. Let's see. Benefits, cutting my SSDI and Cindy, if you are a lazy ass, I don't feel sorry for you. If you truly have some type of disability, I can understand that. But if you are able to work, get your ass off the couch, lay off the chips, and get your ass to work. And learn to feel what it feels to be a working American. Don't just depend on the government. Go to work and do your part. If you are lazy, what do you think is going to happen? You cannot be depending. My tax dollars should not go to lazy people. If you are disabled, okay, guess what? You're still going to get what you're getting. But if you're able to work, stop being lazy. I see these people, and I hear these people that say, get off your lazy ass, and they don't understand. I have ADHD. Shut the hell up. I have ADHD. Have you not tell? I have depression problems. I have stress problems. Who gives a shit? Get your ass back to work. Go do your part. Go find out why you shouldn't vote for Democrats. Go find out how much you actually have to pay for milk out of your own cash, hard-earned money. Go find out what the real world feels like when you work for it and you have to pay for every single shit that these Democrats are pooping on our country with. I don't want to hear about your lazy ass getting off our SSI. Man, get out of here with that shit. I have arthritis in my lower back, and I'm still out there working out, trying to make some strength on my back. I'm still working on my health. I still go to work full time. I still come over here and spend time with you guys, trying to tell you some truth. I still have to spend some time with the family. It's what Americans should do. Stop being lazy. Don't play the victim card. Don't do that shit with me. I've been through so much in my life. I don't believe in that crap. Man, people complaining, I've been on food stamps since I was 18, but bitch, it's about time you get to work. Man, I've been on my own since I was 16 years old. Man, I went to school, 7 periods. I played my sports because I had a scholarship. I went to work after practice until 10:30 at night. Got home at 11, had my homework, fall asleep at 1, get back up at 5 in the morning. Get ready for school, walk to school, 7 periods, got my practice, went back to work. Shut the hell up with your excuses. Go to work. Be proud of yourself. You will thank me for it. JJ, another person blocked you, bro. What are you doing, man? I'm missing too much here. I appreciate it, Meg. I know, man. I'm just saying, there's lazy people out there that the worst thing that is happening to them is, oh my God, I am losing my Social Security. I'm losing my food stamps. Man, shut up, man. Come on. Come on. You know what? Why don't we trade you lazy mofos for some illegal Mexicans that work hard? You get your ass to Mexico, and then we'll have those Mexicans come over here, get your citizenship rights. You go down there and sell some naranjas and tacos on the street. That way you don't have to go to work too much. You can just sit your ass on one chair, and then right there you can make tacos for people. That's how you make your money. We want those illegal Mexicans to come in here and take your citizenship away. That way, there's no problem. We train a lazy ass depending on the government's food stamps and medical and the SSI, and we get a hardworking Mexican that is going to learn to love this country and is actually going to make some taxes to help the economy. I pick that over you anytime. If I was wrong with that assumption, then I am wrong with that assumption. Hey, babe. MSG, I like you. Make good. All right. See, you're making some friends, mate. Make good is making some friends. You should probably work 4 jobs. Dan, man, I wish I could, bro. Sometimes I've done it before, but that's when I was younger. Now I'm just grateful that I have a full-time job, that if I have to work overtime, I work overtime, but that's it. All right, we're down to 43 live viewers. Thank you, each and every one of you, even these losers in here that are trying to cause trouble. I got nothing but love for you. Trish Lee, that's right. So work camps, it is. Like Neil Slavern from 1860s, 1950s. Man, you all got a little bit of history knowledge. Not much wisdom though. It seems like somebody told you a little bit of history and you learned nothing. All right, let's see. Matt. Bro thinks he did something today. I didn't do shit today except for share my opinion. But hopefully something positive comes out of it. Again, when I get upset with my feed in here, it's not to my loving patriotic Americans. I love you guys very much. I feel your love. I feel your support. But some of these morons in here that come in here, they come in and they think that they're hurting my feelings. No, they just make me more passionate. If I get angry, it's about injustice. And stupidity makes me laugh. But Nuchu, is she at the laundromat doing laundry? I'm assuming you're probably talking about my wife. No, she was out with her mom. Trump eats his steaks well done. Blood, you know what? That's a good question. I think that he's wrong. You should not eat your steak well done. That's a crime. I eat my steak medium, medium to medium rare. That's a man's steak. Trump is not eating a man's steak if he likes it well done. Sorry, guys. Hey, nobody's perfect. Good night. God bless you, Tish. You're awesome. Much love to you, sis. You take care. JJ, bro, do you really want to get banned, bro? Like, too many people banned you. I keep getting these messages. JJ has been banned by such. JJ has been banned by such. JJ has been reported. Hey, guys, stop blocking and banning JJ. All right, let him bring some activity into the chat. Poor guy. Peace, Mega. Have a good night, bro. Well, man, who knows, man? One day we might just get together, bro. But for now, you do you, man, and hopefully everything works out for all of us. I appreciate you. You know, I don't mind you talking shit about Trump. Of course, that's fine. But, you know, I try to point out what I see. And, you know, believe me, I have people at work that we crash heads until they actually see it for themselves. Let's see. Danovel, Satan is not even real. No, he is. Satan is real. It is real, my friend. If you believe in angels, you got to believe in demons. Yeah, love you too, bro. You have a good night if you're taking off. Well, I'm closing in anyway, so let's see. What else do we got? Last few comments. Come on, give me something good so I can have a good night. And I'm not talking about insults, you bastards. Mac Flurry says, leopard's going to eat your face. Well, I hope they do it after I'm dead, not when I'm alive. I don't want to feel it. No bets. Funk that. Hey, but you know what? We should. No, well, you're not here in Seattle, right? You're where is it? Oregon or something? It'd be cool if we went to watch a football game. That'd be awesome. They're coming, dude. Doors open. They're welcome. Let's see. No bets, man. No bets. Okay. Dennis believes in free speech like a real Jose, you know, I hope that people see that. You know, I think that, you know, you're Hispanic if your name is Jose. Maybe I'm just being racist, that some people will probably say, or prejudice, or I am, you know, maybe you're Filipino. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But the fact is that, you know, yeah, freedom of speech, sometimes it offends people, but that is the freedom that we have, man. And this, I can tell you, a lot of, especially the men, okay, I'm not going to talk about for the women, but especially the men. I don't drink. Believe me, I can hold my alcohol very good, but I don't drink by choice. But I can guarantee you that if a lot of the guys in here and I got together and we start talking politics, I think that we'll probably just end up laughing our asses off at each other. That's just what I think. I could be wrong. But that's how I feel about it, you know. I know Mega comes in here to talk shit, but he knows his role. I know mine, and I can guarantee you, we were outside, he sees the other side of me as well. I try to be as transparent and as natural, as real as I can be, but I also have issues myself, so nobody's perfect. I'm not saying I am. Let's see, Mr. Brad, Trump all day, every day. ICE is great, and keep rocking it in DC troops. I respect the support, man. You know, not for me. I respect the support for our troops, man. They deserve it. They're sacrificing their lives, whether you guys see it or not, man. They're sacrificing their lives. And when you see somebody getting the shit beat out of them over there, it's probably because they committed a crime. You know, we'll probably talk more about that kind of stuff the next time, maybe tomorrow. If I go live, I try to go in at 9, hopefully 9:30. So if you guys are up, we can have this conversation. Probably talk about some beatings from police. That's right. Satan also believes in freedom of speech. Oh, Michoacan descent. Oh, man, I know some good people from there, man. Well, I'm glad you're in here, brother. Thank you for supporting America. McFlurry says they are cowards covering their face. Well, McFlurry... yeah, see, even YouTube's telling me that's enough. Okay, so McFlurry, let's go ahead and get something straight. And I hear this, and I hear people complaining about these masks. And what I don't understand is, why do you complain about the police, ICE, you know, whatever, these agents covering their faces? But yet, you guys don't say shit about Antifa wearing all black clothing. All you see is their eyes. And they are the ones causing problems. You guys don't seem to complain about that. I'm very curious. I truly am very curious of why you people, yes, you people, why do you complain about the agents that are trying to protect their families? These people are being doxxed. These people are putting their lives in danger for your ass. The least that we can do is respect them, appreciate them. They're not going to go out there and force themselves. You know what I see in every single video? They are doing their job. And what do I see? Antifa. I see retarded people going out there and getting themselves in front of cars. Like, what the hell you think is going to happen? You're going to get run over. You're putting somebody's life in danger. You're threatening. You're going to get hurt yourself. So I believe that they should continue to wear masks. A lot of these people, if you are ignorant on this level, I'm going to educate you a little bit. There is a lot of agents that go undercover for a reason. If they are found out, they know their families because they have to play the role. That's just one example that I'm going to give you. So they need to have those maskings on, okay? Let's see. Antifa only means anti-fascist. Oh, Danovel, say it ain't so, man. Say you don't support Antifa, bro. Say you don't support them. Please say that. This has to be Rage Bay. Rage Bay. Maybe Rage Bait? I don't know. This is a strawman, my guy. I hate Antifa too. Okay, thank you, Mac. Johnny, how are you? I haven't seen any activity from Johnny, but thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, guys, I want to take another moment to say thank you so much for subscribing. I don't ask people to subscribe or like, but thank you for doing it. It does bring a lot of support. You know, some of these guys in here talk shit about me. I know they're bullshitters, and I am too. So it's nothing that I'm going to get all pissed off about, but I will raise my voice at them, and I got to represent. You know what I'm saying? I am nobody's bitch. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, give Tubby calzone chino. I hope the calzone that you're talking about is the one that I'm thinking of, not the underwear. All right, blood. I've been to protest with these cowards. They hate me more than they hate you all, I promise. You know, I don't mind the protest, guys. I mind when there's no order, when people are burning down buildings, you know, when they're vandalizing. That kind of stupidity I don't stand for. So I told you guys a story about when I went to Walmart and I had all these young adults, maybe mid-20s, early 20s, all dressed in black, acting like jackasses, trying to provoke me at Walmart. And I have my 9mm with me at all times, you know, and these fools don't understand. Somebody is not going to be as patient. You know, I was in a very dark place that day because I lost my brother-in-law. But, you know, this is what I'm talking about, guys. When, you know, you're out there protesting, if it's something that's putting somebody's lives in danger, you're starting to see so much hate, just walk away. Just don't support that shit. Okay, let's see. What else we got? Yes, that's right. I am your gordo, brother. Take it easy, man. I voted Trump, but 2.0 is just not it. One stop. Wonton soup. Wonton soup. I think that's what it means. What did you think Trump 2.0 was? He ran the campaign on, of course, cleaning out the swamp. We are very excited and happy that they have been subpoenaed. They will be in court. A lot of leaking documents. Speaking of leaking documents, Shifty Shift, guilty mofo. He leaked some information to the legacy media, which actually puts my theory that they were trying to hide the fake Russia collusion thing. And all that is coming out to light, my friends. Believe me, I am excited. All I can tell you is be patient with it. Let's see. Johnny. Stand up, Johnny. Oh, my gosh. I love that. That's my favorite part of the whole speech that Donald Trump did in Qatar. The Crown Prince. Man, that was awesome. Can you imagine even if you are not, whatever you're at, can you imagine what it would be like to meet the Crown Prince of Qatar? I don't care what ideology you have. Can you imagine how that will feel? Even if I go and meet the moron, the president or is the president or prime minister of France, if I go and meet any of the presidents, even if they're bad ones, guys, we're going to talk shit about them, but the fact is they're presidents. And to me, you still have to respect that. Like, I wouldn't go to Joe Biden, right, and just talk shit to him. Like, hey, I can probably say, that's not fair. Why are you doing that? I can do that. But I wouldn't insult the old man to his face. Number one, he's the president. I got to have some sort of respect. I don't know. That makes me a hypocrite. That's okay. I know. Let's see. I know most Americans can only think forward for about a month. That's true. Just like right now with the manufacturers. I've been talking about this shit for a long time. And a lot of people just push back. I don't see no jobs coming back to America. Bro, you got to build the damn manufacturers first. That takes some time. It can take a couple of years. Listen, things are going so fast right now. And I have to get off, guys. But things are going so fast right now. 2026, you and I are going to be celebrating some stuff. And by 2026, I'm going to ignore all your stupid comments. And I'm going to pretend that we were all on the same page the whole time. Let's see. I can't catch any more, guys. Let's give it a couple of more. Let's see. A couple of more. Your school system sucks. Man, 100% I agree. The Honduras school system back in the 90s was a lot better than the American system. So, you know what? Let's do this for fun. Let's see let's see, how will you search that? Education. How do you search an education statistic? Let's see. Ranks. Education. Let's see. They might have some in here. Department. No, we don't want that. Education. What would you call that? Like, to judge the educational system of the United States. Anybody? Jose, do you know the word I'm looking for? Jose, I think it's too late, bro. But hopefully he finds a way. He finds the way out. Let's see. Education rankings by country. Here we go. Oh, man, I can't wait to see this. What the fudge is this? Let's see. Oh, man. What they say, I don't understand this damn chart. I don't understand that chart. It looks bogus. Dang it, I gotta find out. Maybe I'll leave that for another day. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. My phone actually is about to die, so I guess this is the end. Love you much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your likes, guys. You guys are awesome. I'm not sure where you have me right now. Let me take a look and see how many subscribers we have. I think we had like 800 or something before. So, man, 954. You guys are so awesome, man. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I don't know. It's good to see people in here supporting what patriots really want in this country. Tish, thank you so much. You have been very positive. I appreciate you. Mega, you jerk face. I will see you on the next one. We'll be doing one more live tomorrow. Remind me, please. I'm gonna look it up. But we gotta look at where we stand in the world when it comes to education. I'm gonna be very blunt right now. I think Honduras has better education than the United States of America, and that's a third world country. Thank you, everyone. Jose says, thank you, chat, for keeping it interesting. Absolutely, 100%. Guys, God bless you. God bless your family, and God bless the USA. May you guys have a wonderful night. Take care until tomorrow. Peace.